Hello and welcome to another Onkruid video. Another unedited Soulstone Survivors video at that, where we are trying to complete Curse level 6 on the Frozen Wasteland map. We are skipping the Whispering Grove for a second because we are still trying to go for that elusive holiday event hidden boss with the extra achievement. If you have not watched the previous episodes and you don't know what I'm talking about, right now in Soulstone Survivors, because of winter, because of the holidays, because of Christmas, all that good stuff, there is a holiday event going on. In this map, what did I just call it? The Frozen Wastelands, I believe. You have these giant circles, snowflake effigy, dark altar, worshipping things on the ground. They are in different colors. If you look closely, you can see that the colors actually match the type of gems you can get as a reward from the boss. The soul stones, if you will, I think. This one, for example, is linked to the red gem, which means that this is the first one we are going to use because we are trying to use them in the order the bosses drop them, and the red gem is the gem that is always dropped first. What we have to do for this holiday event is have one of the bosses in each wave die in the appropriate circle. In this case, as I said, the red circle for the first wave, then we're moving over to the blue circle, then yellow, then green, then purple. I have been quite annoyed at this challenge in the past couple of videos, but I had to kind of smack myself in the face a little bit and get myself a little mental reset. Really think about, like, hey, you know, you're still playing a video game for fun and you're still recording it as well, so stop being such a crybaby. Just try again. You are on a grind right now, and gamers don't cry about grinds, they enjoy grinds. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We also have some new talent selections in this run, and you can hear that I'm talking a lot calmer because I'm enjoying myself, you know, and I'm having a grand old good time. Talent selection, good time to talk about it because this shows up. Synergetic. Increase the chance of being offered synergy power-ups where applying one negative effect can chain and apply another, and increase the chances of the synergies happening by 20%. We are more likely to get upgrades like this, and once we choose the upgrade, the actual effect it proposes is bound to happen more often. So that's what this build is mainly going to be focused on. That's mainly what our builds in the past were focused on as well, with the combination of the Executioner rune, a kind of affliction build, afflicting all types of negative effects. But I never realized that there was actually like something to help us out on that front, another rune that could help us out here. And it's exactly what we did today, or what we are trying to use today to achieve greatness. There is a rogue barbarian, I think, over here, so that's definitely something we're gonna have to look out for a second. But the beauty of using the necromancer lies in the fact that these minion builds, oh, that's not great, my minion just spawned, I think, and I popped the ghost that is following us, so all the minions are gonna die. These minion builds are all about having them actually tank the bosses and all the enemies for me. Some downsides to it as well. It's not all beneficial. The main downside is I can't really focus my damage when I'm going with a minion build. I have to rely on my minions actually smacking up the right enemies and ganging up on the lords to kill them in time. So that's pretty much the only downside on these types of builds. For the rest, it's mostly upsides. Skeletal mages, there we go. We're still looking for skeletal archers. We're still looking for the poisonous hounds. Oh, the poisonous hounds that we also can get. And whenever we get the chance, we are also looking for the increased quantity upgrades for any type of minion we have. And here we go. The first array of bosses is here. Let's hope we have enough minions surrounding us so that the bosses will attack those minions and not necessarily immediately come to get our ass. We are taking some hits. It's not bad. I mean, could be worse. We need to stay calm and focus on dodging mainly right now. And then only afterwards, when the bosses are about to die, that's when we are supposed to make sure that one of them is on top of the red circle when we kill him, to trigger the first phase of the holiday event. I'm gonna try and stay close to this area over here, because we do of course know that we want the boss to land over here once they are almost dead. so I shouldn't wander too far off to get rid of the towers that are surrounding us on the map at this specific moment in time. Sadly, I walked over this guy again, so all our minions are dead for a second. But oh, there we go. Impending Doom. Beautiful. I'm not gonna go for an upgrade for the Death Vortex because it's probably not a skill that I want to keep forever. Desperation. That synergistic talent really is putting in the work right now. We are almost applying every single negative effect in the game once we hit an enemy by now, I think. And that's exactly what we are going for. Have them all stack up nicely. A bigger chance to apply fragility is also very welcome, and now we just have to wait. We have to wait for our minions to put in the work, put in the time, put in the effort. And I'm gonna really quickly check whether I have something open in the background still, because I felt like my game was lagging there for a second. It cost us quite a lot of damage because we got hit, but it was worth it because I had my Google Chrome still open. In between pressing stop on the first video and record on the next video, there's always, there we go, a little process that has to happen. That involves adding the video to my Google Keep note, where I keep all the notes of the videos that I still need to edit, render, upload, implement an end screen, all those steps. I also have to create a title for the video in Notion. That's where I keep my upload schedule. And then I also have to make a thumbnail in Canva, because otherwise I will forget the main gist of what happened in the video. I have to do it immediately after the video, because otherwise I will be in trouble, or immediately after recording the video. And I already make the project in DaVinci Resolve, where all I need to do still is just press render afterwards. Damn, the lag really is insurmountable for a second. Maybe turn down the graphical settings a little bit if we can. Graphics... Special effects visibility, let's turn that down a little bit. I don't want to limit the frame rate. 72, let's go. Did it just lag harder, or did it just seem like that for a second? We turned down a bunch of the graphical effects. Maybe now it's also going to be easier for us to see what we actually need to dodge on the ground. But I feel like it is lagging a bit. Yeah, my computer has been churning out quite some performance the last couple of hours. I've been playing some games, I've been recording a lot. So maybe it just overheated for a second and I need to take a little break after this. But I hope that it's just like a small little lag spike for 1 second and it will get solved immediately. This is problematic. The next bosses are already here, so I guess we should maybe stay closer for a little second so that our minions can really spawn in here and try and kill the bosses that were spawned already a bit faster. We are definitely not hitting 60 FPS right now. You can't tell me that. But I'm calm. I'm calm and collected. It's no problem. It's no big deal. These videos don't have to be perfect. There's a lot happening on screen, just so I can't blame my computer really. Plague Bearer got a nice beating there. Ooh, a revive popped from an attack that happened off screen and I didn't necessarily even see quickly enough to react to. That's something that can happen, of course, in this game. Let's just make sure that we circle around, hope that our minions get in there and actually do the work, and that we activate this part of the altar, and then we will go over to the next altar only. Spawn some minions in there. Chaos Golem is what we need. I guess we will get rid of Blizzard because it's not the ability we are looking for, but we are still also looking for a shrapnel shot, if I'm not mistaken, to spread the AoE even a bit further. Alright, come on. Nice and easy. There's a whole bunch of experience right there. So once we get rid of one of the bosses and we can pick up one of the soul stones that they drop, I think we will be in a great spot. Where are all our minion spawns? There we go. Increased quantity. A very handy upgrade. Exactly what we are looking for at all times. Beautiful. Ooh, we got hit there apparently. I thought I was outside of the circle, but apparently not. Kinda sucks. Increased damage on the Chaos Golem. Spawn some minions in there. And I'm just begging them to put in the work for a second and get rid of one of the bosses, because really my computer is about to explode, I think. Come on, get in there. Plague Bearer is almost dead. I think I heard the sound of the little thing being activated. Let's try and get close enough to actually spot it. Yeah, that's for sure. Red done. Over to the blue side it is. Green is not what we need right now, but I hope that a minion will spawn and clear out this little gem here. There we go. Beautiful. I think the blue circle is somewhere up here, if I'm not mistaken. So that's where the next boss needs to die on top of. No, it's all the way to the left. That's right. Purple. That's where we will end off this video if everything goes to plan. But looking at things right now, I feel like we are missing some things to actually achieve a winnable run. Although I think I shouldn't complain, because we have gotten quite a lot of quantity upgrades already. And that is like the core upgrade that you need for these builds to work, I believe. We also already... oh, that's not good. Oh, there go a lot of our minions. And that's another off-screen attack that smacked me around for a second there. We also have a lot of the synergy effects already that we are always looking after. So that is really helpful as well. I try and get rid of one of these towers for a second now that we have a bit of breathing room. That guy is gone. Let's try and stay nice and close to this multicast for the physical. That's really handy, really helpful. Nice and close to this blue circle, because this is where the boss needs to succumb to their wounds, where the boss needs to die. Let's try and gang up on this guy real quickly if we get the chance to do so. That's nice. Feel like we did some nice damage there to the Eternal Guardian. There is a boss coming close to being on top of the blue circle, so we should stay close to here for a little second, I think. But we got hit by the shield slam. We were being careless and we paid the price immediately. It's definitely really goddamn difficult, you know. But I'm gonna keep trying. We have 100 videos to get to, so I have a lot of attempts. Only thing I hope is that it's not getting boring for you guys to watch me attempt the same thing over and over again, because there's not always that much progress in this series lately. I'm just really struggling to get ahead sometimes and to get the victories actually. That was just a lag spike into 43 damage that I couldn't avoid. Multicast for all our summon abilities, we love to see that. I don't think that boss died on top of the circle because I didn't hear the sound, so we definitely need to bait them closer to here, or we can just die because we acted careless again. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know how to do this. I guess I'm just too bad at the game or something, or I'm missing some essential part which makes it easier for other people. I might sound like a broken record because I keep on repeating everything that I said in the last episode, in the episode after that, and every episode is just 10 minutes long. You know what? Let's give it another try, shall we? Let's give it another try. What? Oh, I was like, why is this unlocked already? But it was because we were on the wrong map. One more try. Come on. Come on. We got this. We got this. I'm sure we got this. It's a rare occurrence for me to attempt 2 runs in a single video. It's been a whole while. I think I just need to play it slower. Stay further away from this guy. Stay further away from the lords. Rely on my minions to eventually do their thing and eventually get rid of the lords. I can have a maximum of 12 units under my command right from the get-go, so I shouldn't worry about not having enough skeletal warriors around for a second. Fragility application is definitely very nice already. It opens us up to getting a synergy upgrade already from the start to apply bleed as soon as we apply fragility as well. That's really gonna help us out a ton. Let's just try and make it into a nice calm build experience again, huh? I feel like I kept my cool throughout most of the last run, right? Chaos Golem from the start. That's very nice. We are looking to go a minion build rather with this Necromancer. So that's exactly what we are looking for. Alright. Whew. Can this man talk about something other than the game for 1 second is what I hear you thinking. Let's see. What else can I talk about? I've not been reading as much as I would love to lately, but something I have been doing, which I am quite proud of, is whenever I go to sleep, or almost consistently every single night, I listen to a Dr. K video. Dr. K, healthy gamer founder, a real inspiration for me, a psychiatrist that studied at Harvard that specializes in video games and psychology and video game addiction and how to treat with that. And also just like the mental well-being of the internet generation in general. And he talks about that the general population of health practitioners in the world is most of the time a bit too old and not necessarily fluent in all the terminology and all the things that happen to people from the internet generation. And he tells us that that is a bad thing, because we should definitely have attention for this giant topic that is so important in all of our lives. Skeletal archers. We didn't have skeletal archers in the last run even, and that's one of the strongest abilities still, I think, in this build, or any build for that matter, so maybe that explains it a little bit as well. And right now I am looking for the synergies, the synergistic abilities, if it's possible. We just had a bunch of our minions die because I was not careful enough, which is quite sad. I'm gonna go for arcane power for now, but I'm definitely trying to replace that. So movement speed so that we can just dodge better in the future. Let's try and quickly focus down this tower if we can. I'm waiting for some minions to do so. That should be plenty. There we go. Alright. Let's start slowly but surely already making our way over to the red circle. Is it red? Yeah, I think it's red, that first circle, because that's where we need our first boss to die for the holiday event to come into action. We haven't really gotten lucky on the skills, although skeletal archers is something we can't complain about. A little bit of movement speed upgrade as well, and let's start getting close to that red circle already. And once the bosses are on there and they are fighting minions, our minions on there, we can start circling around, dodging, and making sure that we are not getting hit by anything the bosses throw at us. Keep attention to this ring raid looking motherfucker over here, which is edging closer and closer. We don't want to trigger his AoE because we don't want all our minions to die for now, or ever actually. And all we're doing now is waiting for the bosses to get a little bit closer if possible. We definitely need to get over here. Let's ourselves go away from the platform that they need to die on a little bit in the hope that they come closer. There's one guy really close by now, I think. Yeah. Oh, putrid hounds. Exactly what we were looking for. Very nice. A little bit of critical damage in there. And I think the bosses are close enough to almost die on the red circle, or at least come very close to it, and then we can kind of min-max them into their desired location before their actual death, before their actual passing. I think I want Shadow Nova because I know that that heals my minions, which can be very helpful. Right here, look at these skeletal archers. I'm going to heal them up a little bit with my Shadow Nova. Beautiful stuff. And now I just need all my minions to do the work while I chill. While I take a little breather. I shouldn't be too close to this area, but it should be close enough for the minions that spawn to actually do damage on the bosses, and for my skeletal archers to also be able to just hit the bosses and not always fire on random surrounding enemies. I think it will be a-okay like this. Although I'm not reading as much as I would like to lately, I still have a lot of books on my to-read list. For example, one that is almost on top is Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. I'm also still not that far into Existential Therapies by Mick Cooper at all. I heard the sound that the boss got killed right there. I still need to finish that book for sure. I still need to Away from Worrying, or Weg van het Piekeren by Philip Raas, the book I'm doing a deep dive on my channel. And I definitely also still need to look into Christopher Paolini's To Sleep in a Sky of Stars. The writer of the very well received, very famous, very well liked by me series of the Inheritance cycle, which includes the Eragon book and is the story that details the life of Eragon and his dragon Saphira. Truly an unforgettable read, or sequence of reads, because all those books were amazing, to be honest. And I am looking forward to exploring what he included in his new story right there. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars is, I think, set in an entire new universe, and it is way more sci-fi than the fantasy direction that the Inheritance cycle was actually going in. So it's a completely new experience, I believe. And I'm looking forward to see how Christopher Paolini transforms his writing prowess into the world of science fiction. And whether that interests me, because normally it's a genre I try to steer clear from a little bit because it doesn't really interest me. That's also symbolized, or reflected rather, in the fact that, like, from all the classic movie trilogies or movie series like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all those things, that Star Wars is kind of my least favorite. Although I must admit that about Indiana Jones. I don't think I really have that much of an opinion because I think I haven't really rigorously gave them a good old... No. Ah, there go all our minions. A good old watch through. But I do know for a fact that I don't dislike Star Wars, but it's not like I really like or enjoy Star Wars all that much. Stay out of there. You see the flamethrower. I don't have to be close there. That gangrene is gonna help us out a lot, but we are still looking for a lot of pieces of the puzzle on that front. Exposed weakness is one of those pieces as well, because now we can apply even more negative effects to all the lords that come our way. And of course we just need to rely on our minions to gang up on the right enemy. For now none of the bosses have really taken that much damage, so I wonder what's going on there. Are our minions just taking a day off maybe potentially? Let's stay nice and close. Hopefully our skeletal archers can also put in some work. Although once we see the flamethrower we're gonna move out a little bit. This is definitely gonna have to... Oh yeah. Gonna have to give us like 1, 2, maybe 3 levels, so that's really gonna help us out a ton, I think. Critical damage, increased damage, damage increase for all the summons. So more movement speed is definitely helpful as well. Apply burn, I don't know if we had that yet. No, we didn't have that yet, so that's also very helpful. Yeah, I think that was beneficial for us. And now we can try and get these lords back on top of the blue circle where they have to be. Or where one of them has to be at least when it dies. Are they coming closer? I don't know. Do you guys read a lot of books? It's something many people have like a very explicit meaning about, right? About reading books. I feel like people either really love reading or they hate touching a book. Most of them because of the school context associated with reading books most of the time, which is quite sad in my opinion. I didn't necessarily dislike having to read books for school, because but I guess that is partly... Uh-oh. We didn't lose too many minions there, I think, Copium. I think that is partly because I was already into reading before school told me that I had to read, so that really helped me out a ton. And it just, especially in the field of psychology, reading is such an essential part of the job, because I need to stay on and read scientific research, read books, read all the thingamajig about all psychological disorders and how to treat them. I am headed for a life of lifelong learning. It is very important in our line of work. And it is a part of the job that I really enjoy because I love learning. We need to deal more damage to the bosses, to the lords. And they need to get over here as well. Stay clear from that flamethrower. Just give that some time to develop. And then only when it's almost over, come close to the boss again. Use your minions to kite a bit. Alright, that's nice. Can someone of the bosses come close and get over here for a second, please? Because I need them to die on this location. Let's deal some damage to the Fire Lord over here. And I'm not talking about Ozai, even though I would love to talk about Avatar The Last Airbender, because it's my favorite series of all time. Eternal Guardian is almost done for. Would he be as kind as to head over to the blue circle? No, he would not. We need to make sure that they do die over here, because otherwise I will be very sad. But I don't see them coming along. I think it's probably gonna have to be a boss from the previous boss cycle. It's not like one of the new bosses can die on the circle and it will be okay. It would make it a lot easier, or it would still make it hard as Diggs, because we are really struggling, but it might make it a bit easier at least. I think it's something we're gonna have to test right now, because it doesn't seem like the bosses are very fun to move over to the blue circle, the bosses from the previous cycle, so I guess we don't have a choice. First revive pot because I was not being careful enough. That's sad. What else is there on my to-read list? Just a bunch of books about psychology, yeah. For example, about eating disorder. I definitely want to read something about that and how to treat that, because I think that's going to be quite important for my future. I definitely also want to read on the fear of failure and how to actually treat the different kinds of fear of failure, because you have an active fear of failure where you want to be perfect and you want to achieve the highest grades possible, but you also have a passive fear of failure where you postpone all your schoolwork and you don't actually do anything for school at all because you're fear of failure. And both of them, I think, need a little bit of a different treatment, if you will. So I definitely want to look into that in the future still. I don't think we are gonna be able to achieve the secret achievement in this run. But let's still try to complete this Scourge difficulty on this map if we can, right? But I don't know if we can. I'm kind of losing hope. I feel like we are just doing the same thing over and over and we keep on dying without actually making any progress at all. Sometimes I feel like our run has all this potential and we are dealing so much damage to all the lords, but then you have moments where I feel like we are just completely stuck and sucking. Let's test it out. If this boss dies now over here, you see, once we get him stuck and once the minions actually troop up on them, we definitely have a potent run, right? But that is so rarely happens. Our revive got popped apparently. It's not looking great. It's not looking great at all. I guess I could already start doing my outro, really? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope this is not too boring for you. I hope to see you in the next one. No, I'm happy. I'm still playing Soulstone Survivors. I love this game. Even though it's fucking killing me and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I love this game. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it to the fullest. And I just want to... I don't even care about the Christmas event, really. I have all the time in the world to clear that out. And the only goal I have, and this is something important for myself, for my sanity as well, the only goal I have is create 100 videos in this game. It doesn't matter that the videos are all 10 minutes long. It doesn't matter that I keep on losing in 50% of all my videos. It doesn't matter that I don't make any significant progress in the slightest and that all the commentary has been focused on nothing but gameplay for the past 10 episodes. It all doesn't matter. I just set the goal of creating 100 videos, and you guys knew what you signed up for when you started watching this series. You signed up for, I don't know what hit me there, for getting to see 100 Soulstone Survivors episodes. That's all you're gonna get. Nothing more, nothing less. So I shouldn't be worrying about everything that is going wrong or right in the series. As long as I keep progressing the series, everything is gonna be a-okay. Everything is gonna be fine. I'm still gonna have fun. There we go, another little tower defeated from the map. Let's get into this purple tower's line of sight as well. Have our minions gang up for a second. Nice and easy, there we go. One less tower. I don't think we had any of our minions die there, even though I ran straight into the enemy that we shouldn't run into. Touch of Ice, that might help us out. Make sure we don't step into the fire path, because we only have 8 HP, so I think that would just kill us. And then, yeah, easy enough. Let's have our minions... Let's stand still for a little while longer. Let's just dodge nice and efficiently, but don't move around aimlessly. Give our minions the time to lock onto the lords in the area, in the near vicinity, and actually kill them. Come on, minions, you can do that. I think one lord just got killed, if I'm not mistaken. Just stay nice and close and stay calm. All you need to do is dodge the little attacks on the ground, and it's actually quite easy if you just take the time to calmly do that. You can still often get hit by some rogue abilities that you didn't see necessarily earlier, or you can be absolutely disgustingly stupid and just move past a rock and get stuck on that and die and throw away your entire progress. Thank you very much for watching. I am gonna do harm to myself. Bye bye.